Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to be looking at slope-intercept form today. We've already been introduced to it. We were graphing in slope-intercept form previously. Today we're going to be talking about writing equations. So when you're given the slope and the y-intercept, you can easily write an equation in slope-intercept form. Okay? So, looking at this example, it says, write an equation in slope-intercept form given the slope is 7 and the y-intercept is -3. Okay, so we know slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And they're giving us the information, right? They're telling us slope is 7 and the y-intercept is -3. So all we have to do is take those two values and plug them in for our slope and our y-intercept, and then we have written our equation. Okay, so y equals, so we're going to replace m with 7. So we'll have 7x, and then b is -3. So you can write it like this, and then you can simplify it, or you could just write it like that. Y equals 7x minus 3. Alright, so let's take a look at this one. It says write an equation in slope-intercept form given the slope is 2/3 and the y-intercept is 6. So they're telling us slope is 2/3 and the y-intercept, the y-intercept is 6. So y equals, instead of an m, I'm going to put my 2/3. And instead of the b, I'm going to put a 6. And that would be my equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, sometimes they will give you a graph and they'll ask you to write the equation. Okay, so we know how to identify both pieces of information we need to write it in slope-intercept form. Okay, let's start with our y-intercept, right? We cross the y-axis right here at -1, right? So b is equal to -1. My slope, we know my slope is positive, right? It's a rising graph. So let's see what we have here. Let's pick two pretty points. So that our y-intercept was a pretty point, and right there's a pretty point as well. So how do we get there? We go up 1 and over 2. So our slope is going to be 1/2 up 1 over 2. Okay, you could also identify 2 points and use your slope formula. You don't have to do that, but you can. And when you write the equation, y equals, our slope is 1/2, so 1/2 x, and our y-intercept is -1, so -1. And there is your equation. And we are done for today, guys. Have a great day.